Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. It's Pushka this side, and today I have another exciting and useful video, especially for construction folks. So, construction is a very important industry, probably the biggest industry in many economies. So, it's a big industry. You would expect a lot of products, a lot of software apps to be already out there for construction companies. And it's true. There are many off the shelf products, project management apps, ERP app, inventory management apps that are already out there for construction companies. But still, you can see these construction companies struggle with these on the shelf apps and they want something more customized because they have been used to a certain way of working. If you're running a construction business, you know this. Your team has been following a certain way of working for last 10 years. And now that you want to bring in a software, you can't suddenly ask them to change their way of working. They have been working that way for last 10 years. They've been using same document formats, approval processes, and certain work practices. They don't want to change overnight. Rather, they want the software as per their way of working, and which is natural to expect. So that's why you need a customized project management software or ERP software, but that's where you struggle when you try to customize these off the shelf apps. And when you think about the costs, many of these off the shelf apps will come at maybe $5,000 per year, $10,000 per year, or maybe even more. So these are expensive apps. And if they can't be customized as per your team's expectations, they don't get used all that much. So you don't get the value that you expected. You don't get the proper return on investment. So this is where many construction companies are struggling. And today I have a solution for you. This is an AI generated solution. That's why it's very powerful, very easily customizable, and very affordable. So at Fuzen, we have created a solution template or an app template for construction ERP or construction project management platform. So you can buy this template for less than $1,000 one time cost. So you can buy this for $999, which is one time cost. And after you buy this app gives you a very strong foundation for building your construction project management app. So this has all the required features like creating purchase orders, managing your purchases, managing invoices, managing your project progress, installation schedule, the availability of your team. All of those standard things are there. But the best part is you can customize it very easily with Fusion's AI. The reason I called it template is that it's a foundation with all the basic features, but it can be readily customized. So you get all the basic things off the shelf, but if you want to change anything, if you want to change any processes, any approval workflows, if you want to add any automations on alerts or reminders, you can do that very easily using Fusion's AI. And all of this is very affordable compared to $5,000 per year. Now we're talking about $1,000, less than $1,000 actually, one time. So that's a one time cost that you pay, and then it's easily customizable. So you get a fully customized solution that will meet your team's requirements, and you get app at a very affordable. So this is going to be a very useful and important video. I'm going to show you how you can buy this template, what's in that template, and how you can customize it. It's going to be very useful. Make sure you watch it till the end. Let's get into it. So let's open up a browser and search for Fusion Construction Management Software. Yes, so this is what you want to search for, Fusion Construction Management Software. So if you just Google it, you should be able to land on this link. So this is construction management software, project management software that we created for construction contractors. And just to help, I'll put this link in the description of this video. So even if you look at the description of the video, you should be able to find this link. Just click on that link, come to this page. And on this page, you can see we've created this construction project management software. So we've created app templates like we discussed. We've created a free template and a pro template. So pro template can be purchased for under $1,000, and free template is just basically free. It has a lot of basic features and it's free forever. So if you're just looking to get a flavor of what this app template can do and how fast it works or what is the UI UX like, you can use this free template. So this can be your starting point, your entry point. Once you've had a decent experience with the free template and you know what to expect, you're ready to purchase this pro template for $999. You can purchase this, and when you install this, it will install this app in your Fuzen account. And even on this page, you can see what you're getting with this Pro app template. So this is what the dashboard looks like. And these are all different modules. So basically, this is the lead management module, this is the estimation, then you have tons of different modules to manage your customer, subcontractor, compliances, costing for different jobs, change orders, purchase orders. So basically, this is a full-fledged ERP system. So this is very, very feature rich project management, or you can even call it ERP app for construction contractors. You can preview all of the things that you're getting from this template, and you can try the free version first, and when you're ready to purchase, just click on this link, complete your purchase. Once you complete your purchase, you will find this app under your purchases section in Fuzen. So if you go to Fuzen, under your purchases section, you will find the purchased app. So for example, right now I've purchased this, and I can see this is the Contractor Project Hub Pro that I've purchased. And if I want to use it, I can just click on this button and it will install this template to create a new solution or a new app in my Fuzen account. It takes less than a minute to install this app in your account. Yeah. So there we have it. I am able to install this Construction Hub Pro in my Fuzen account. It took just a few seconds. And this is the dashboard. On the dashboard, I can see there are a few numbers. These are all dummy numbers generated by AI, just so your dashboard doesn't look empty. It has generated some dummy numbers. So of course, they'll not make a lot of sense because you can see here. So profit margins of 86% won't make a lot of sense, but these are dummy numbers. It's just there so your dashboard doesn't look empty. And then we can look at different modules. So I'll give you a quick tour of what to expect. So you have a sales management module where you can manage your leads, manage estimates for those leads. Then in the operations, you can create customers, you can manage your subcontractors, compliance for those subcontractors, you can manage different jobs, their schedule, and change orders if there are any. Then you can manage your procurement, where you can create vendors and you can select those vendors to create purchase orders. You can also create recurring subscriptions. So for example, if you're offering any annual maintenance contract or any recurring services contracts, you can create those plans using this plan template. And using those plan templates, let's say you create a template or a plan for an AMC. Let's say you offer HVAC services, and for the HVAC installation that you've done, you've created an AMC plan. So you can create that plan, and using that plan, you can create subscriptions. Then you can also, as an admin, you can also review the timesheet submissions or the punch in, punch out submissions done by your team. So if they go to the site and they clock in and out on the site, you can review their time spent on site and you can manage your time approvals from here. You can also create invoices, manage your billing. There is a module for that. And then there is an admin module where you can manage the app settings, you can manage your team. So as you can see, it has a lot of modules to start with. Now, some of these modules are also available in the free version. So in the free version, you can manage your leads, you can manage jobs, you can manage their schedule. What's not there in the free version is you cannot manage procurement. You can manage your time approvals. What is not there is procurement is not there in the free version, and recurring subscriptions are not there in the free version. Apart from that, most of the things are also there in the free version in a bit more basic format, but it's there. So if you're running a smaller contracting business and you're not ready to purchase the pro plan just as yet, you can still work with the free version of this app, and the free version still offers you a lot of powerful features that you can still run a significant part of your operations using that free version. Now let's look at some of these modules and see what the UI UX is like. So if we go to the lead management module, you can see you have a Kanban view where you can just drag your leads to different stages, and their status will get updated. So this is what your sales process is supposed to look like. That you get a new lead, then you contact them, then you create an estimate. That if you get the lead, if you get the order, they will be either won or lost. And there is a list view, so you can also manage your leads in a table like this, which is the list view. You can create your leads using this kind of a form. Now, what I talked about earlier, I talked a lot about customization earlier, and this is what you can use to customize your app. So let's take an example of this lead management module we have a Kanban view over here, and it summarizes your sales process. Now, if you want to make any changes in this sales process, if you want to add any stage in this sales process or in the Kanban board, you can ask our AI editor to do it. So you'll just need to type a message over here. You can ask and stage to be added in the Kanban board or column to be added in the Kanban board, and then you can watch our AI do it. And for this, you will need to purchase some AI credits. So these AI credits are fairly inexpensive. Each message will roughly consume about 1 credit. So if you want to make a change, let's say if you want to make 5 changes, you can use 5 credits for that. And fun fact, Fusion gives you 5 credits on daily basis for free. So even if you're on free account, you'll get 5 credits for free. So using those credits, you can still customize your app using our AI. And whatever changes are done by AI, they are all done in production. So they don't require you to have any understanding of software development or any understanding of how to deploy it on a server. This app is already sitting on a server. If you use this form and add these details, they're already going to go in your database. And all the changes that you create with our AI are fully aligned with the production ready app. So any changes that you make, you'll still be able to use the app while in product. So let's click on any one of those leads and let's check what kind of details we are capturing on the lead details page. So when I click on a lead, I'm taken to the lead details page where I can edit the basic details of this lead. I can also create estimates. So for Alice, if she's requested for certain services, like let's say air conditioning services, I can say this is my unit price, and I can create an estimate. I can update the tax numbers and everything, and I can save this estimate. Again, just go back to that lead and look at Alice and how that estimate was created. So again, if we go to that estimate, so this is the estimate that we just created. It's in currently in the draft status. We can view this estimate. Currently it's in draft. We can update the status to sent or viewed or signed. If I say this estimate has been signed, so Alice has given us a confirmation that she's fine with this estimate. She wants us to start work. So I can just say she's signed it, and then we can convert it to a job. We can also print it. If someone needs to print that estimate, they need a hard copy, we can also do that. So what we did, we just converted the estimate that we had created for Alice to a job. So this is what the job will look like. So every job will have its job details, which can be edited, and we can add scope and notes. This is the basic customer info of our customer. Then we can upload photos, we can upload documents, we can create a schedule. So for example, if I want to create an event for this job, this is the job. We said AC servicing, right? So I'll just say AC servicing site visit, and event type will be service call, or I'll just say AC servicing visit. On event type will be service call. I'm going to schedule it for coming Monday. uh, I'm going to put start time and end time, and I can assign it to someone. So right now I'm the only one who is using the app, so that's why I only see my own name, the selection option. But this will be essentially be a drop down which will list everyone from your team who can do these kinds of jobs. And and then I'll save this event. We've created a job, and for that job we've created an event or a task. So basically, I've created a task for my field engineer to go to Alice's and to do the AC servicing, right? So this will also appear in their schedule. So in their account, when they go to schedule, that's what they'll see in their schedule. So they will see that this is the service call that is upcoming, right? So and if they want to check the job, they can also view the job. When I'm assigned it to my field engineer, they will also be able to track it. Then let's say the field engineer visits Alice's place and he does the AC servicing. In that case, he's going to create a check-in and clock-in and clock-out entry. So he'll say he checked in and there is work for a couple of hours, and cost code, I'm just going to select any random code for now. And he can also capture location. So you will also get a mobile app along with this particular project management solution, you'll also get a mobile app. So they will just need to allow location tracking, and then just click on this button, so the location will be captured, or we can customize it to capture their location just on the page load. So when the page loads, their location is automatically captured. They don't even need to do this. All they need to do is just add some notes. Maybe if you want to add an option for them to upload pictures, you can just ask AI. You can just ask our AI agent to create a field for pictures, for uploading images or pictures when they create their punch in, punch out. So they can also upload pictures of the work that they have done, right? So they have created this time submission. Now, this time submission will come for admin's approval over here. So in time approval, I'll be able to see the work that is done by field engineer, when it was done, and I can see the whether he actually visited Alice's space. I'll be able to see it on the map, and everything lines up. If he has done the work properly, I can just approve it. So the work done by the site engineer or the field engineer is also getting tracked, and it's coming for your approval. So that's what we looked at, have looked at leads, how you can create estimates and how you can convert those estimates into jobs, how schedules work. And one more thing that remains in operations is change order. So if you want to create a change order, let's say in Alice's AC servicing job, you wanted to create a change order. So you just select that job, you say that customer has requested something, you add the other details. If there is any cost impact, you add that, and then you can create it and send it for their approval. So this will go for your customer's approval. And you can also select who the approval is needed from. Do you need an approval from your customer or the project manager or the owner? So depending on who you select, it will go for their approval. And if they've approved the change, then the change order work can be done. So that's mostly what we have in the operations module. Apart from that, you can also manage your subcontractors. So you can create subcontractors over here where you can upload different compliance related documents like their insurance, their workers' compensation details, license details, etc. And all of those details will be used to track your compliance, whether or not the compliance requirements are getting met, right? Those will be tracked, and you'll be able to see those on this compliance dashboard. So that covers the operations module. The next module that I want to show you is procurement. It's quite straightforward. I'll not spend a lot of time here. The two steps that you need to know is you can create vendors. So you can create your vendor company. So what does this vendor do, and what are their contact details, what are their payment terms, etc. You can create vendor details, and once you've created vendors, you can create purchase orders for those vendors. This is the purchase order form where you can enter the basic details, and then you can add different line items, you can add a SKU, then you can select from a list of materials, and these materials you can manage them in the settings section. Administrator will be able to create a product catalog or a materials catalog that you normally use for your business. So you'll be able to select from that material catalog or product catalog over here, and you'll also get the unit cost, which will be used to calculate the total cost, can add the taxes, and get the total PO amount. And then you can save the purchase order, or you can save it, print it, and mark it at save and send. So let me just take a step back. So that's basically what we have in the procurement module. We have vendors and purchase orders. Then the next item that I want to show you, or next module that I want to show you, is recurring subscriptions. So in recurring subscriptions, like I mentioned, you can create subscription for something like AMC. So let's say you are in HVAC business, and for your HVAC, you created an AMC plan. You can create plans from here. You can add a plan name. You can choose what trade this AMC is for, what is the frequency, and like, is it an annual plan? In case of AMC, it will be annual, how many visits per year, and so on. There are a lot of details to be filled. You can fill those details, and you can save a plan. Once you have created a plan, you can use those plans for creating subscriptions. So for creating subscriptions, you select who is the customer, So Alice is a customer and she needs HVAC AMC. You'll fill up all the details and you can create a subscription. So that's the recurring subscriptions module. And the next module, we have already seen the next module, which is about timesheet approvals. So whenever a field engineer or anyone from your team is doing some work, they're measuring their time spent on that job. They're punching in and punching out and marking their attendance via geolocation verification. You can review all those details, and if they look genuine, then you can approve those details. And then you can, at the end of the month, you can also export all these details to a CSV file. Then you can just send it to your accountant. She can check what work has been done from different people, and then that is the basis for your payroll. And the next module that I want to show you is for invoices. So basically, you can also create invoices where you enter an invoice number, you select a customer, you select a job where help serve that customer. You can add the amount of the invoice and save the. So this is very simple and straightforward module. You can view the invoices that have been created. Just click on this view button and you can view the invoices. You can download these invoices as PDF. You can print them. You can log payments. So if you've received a payment for this invoice, you can confirm that it has been paid. And yes, if you want to pull estimate lines, you can do that from here. Going back, and from this link, you can go back to the job to which this invoice belongs to. And one more important thing that I missed earlier, for every job, you can also manage financials and you can manage budget. So for every job, you can create a budget. So for budget, you'll just select what is the cost code, what is the estimated amount, and you'll create a budget. And for financials, you'll track what is the total project budget, what is the total collected revenue, which is coming from your invoices, what is the actual cost, which is coming from your purchase orders, what is the gross margin, which is calculated based on these numbers, total material cost, total subcontractor cost, and then gross margin, which is your true profit. You can track all your invoices, all your material expenses coming from your purchase orders and your subcontractor bills. So we discussed how you can create your subcontractors. If you want to log any subcontractor bills, you can just select those subcontractors over here, select their cost code, the invoice date, and you can just enter your all the spend that you have done on your subcontractor. So that's how on a project level we'll keep track of profit and loss for each project. And then finally, coming to the admin module, this is what admin can do. Admin can manage team and admin can manage settings. So I've already opened the settings panel or settings module over here. In the settings panel, you can manage your company details like your company name, license number, default tax rate, admin email. If you want to integrate it with QuickBooks or Stripe, we can help you do that. This is where you can manage your material catalog or product catalog. This is basically the material price book. If you want to add any items, you can add them here. So just add the name and the default rate for this material. Similarly, you can also create a service catalog where all your basic services are listed along with their default prices or default rates. Your cost codes, you can create new cost codes from here. You can create new branches, different branches. So if different work is getting done, like different orders are coming from different branches, you can manage those as different profit center. And then these are your standard contract terms. These also you can manage from here. This is some default data, dummy data that is there by default. You can always update it. You can add your own standard contract terms and conditions over here. So now you see we have covered almost all the features that you might need to run your operations, to run your project, and to basically manage your resources in a contracting business. So all the basic features are there. The basic framework is there. If you want to add anything on top of this, or if you want to modify any of this, update any of this, you can always use our AI editor. So if you need any kind of modifications, just type your requirement over here. Like you need to change the color of something or the approval process or the document format or anything, you can just type your detailed requirement over here, hit send, and then our AI will do that change for you. So that makes this solution very affordable yet highly customizable, completely customizable with the help of our AI. So that's what I wanted to share with you. Now you have seen how easy it is to buy our construction ERP template and to customize it using our AI, and how affordable the whole thing is. So even if you buy the template for around $1,000 and if you invest maybe $100, couple of $100 in AI tokens, you can get a fully customized construction ERP app or project management app for your team at a very, very affordable cost, which is maybe 10 times lower than what you would pay for the other software alternatives. And this is all possible thanks to AI. And if you need any other assistance or if you have any questions, I'll put a link in the description to schedule a meeting with our team. So if you have any questions, you can get in touch with them and you can ask your questions. I hope you liked the video. Give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you on the next one.